President just say fire at will.
Shinigami, can you do it?
Of course, Master!
Here we go!
We're finally acting like partners! And of course, it's all thanks to my patient training!
To the Mystery Labyrinth!
Alright! Mystery Labyrinth!
This will never not be weird, and I will never not feel embarrassed for watching this particular portion. So this is the type of content I've decided to put on my channel. I just don't know how to deal with it anymore at this point. It's too far late. Too far gone. It's our day in Rama, and here I am, 4 games later. Oh, man. Anyway.
This. I see. So this is your true power.
Sure is, bud. You jealous?
Yuma. I knew you were dangerous.
No matter what you say, it's already way too late!
I guess, Kumashiga isn't gonna join us.
I want to die someday.
Mainly because she wasn't in the room with us when this happened. Normally she would be because we technically shared our fortes.
Again with the falling. Why can't it ever be a gentle landing? Oh, Vivia. This is called the Mystery Labyrinth.
Vivia's gonna be weird
So,
in this.
this place is a physical manifestation of mysteries from the case?
Yep.
You can tell? Oh, well, anyway, this actually isn't my forte. It's...
Due to the power of death. Her, right?
Huh?
So you really could see me this whole time.
He could?
It's due to my spiritual affinity. Ever since I was young, I've been able to see otherworldly things. My forte was gained through training that innate talent. Though, I wasn't able to see her clearly like this before. I could tell you were talking to some haze following you around, but that was it. Until one day, I used my spectral projection at the agency and saw that death got clear as crystal. After that, I did some research. I discovered that the WDO Underground Book Vault held something called the Book of Death, and also that someone had taken it.
Did I take it? Before I lost my memories?
Probably.
I don't know. Since you're a rookie, I doubt you'd have access to the book vault. Only a handful of people have WDO clearance for that.
Just a handful?
Anyway, you've been using this ability to solve the other cases up till now, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, this is also related to the mysterious deaths of all those culprits? My guess is, clearing a labyrinth, a materialization of a mystery, causes its true perpetrator to die.
Vivia's right on the head
If
on
that's
everything.
the case, you've killed a lot of people with your own hands, Yuma.
Not necessarily.
Well, I didn't really kill anyone. It's just what happens when...
Nope. I may be the one reaping their souls, but the blood is still on your hands.
No, Shinigami, it's not yours. It's not like I wanted this or anything. You can't just say I indirectly killed someone because I solved a mystery labyrinth. This is your world. These are your rules. Shinigami, this is your rules in your world. There is nothing bounding saying that you had to reap their souls. You just do it for fun, and you enjoy it, might I remind you. So no, the blood is on your hands. I didn't do anything here, other than solve a mystery.
What? Hey!
No point in pretending to be a goody two-shoes. You're risking your life to solve these mysteries.
I see. So you're determined to do this, huh? Sorry, but I don't think I have that kind of conviction myself. So, I think I'll take a nap here while you go and risk your life.
You can sleep if you want, but you won't be able to get out.
Is that so?
If you're not with Master when and if he solves the labyrinth, this place will collapse around you. Well, if you don't have any regrets in the real world, you're free to die here.
Regrets? I don't have any of those. But there are still some things I've left unfinished.
It can't be like, I want to die at the end of every single sentence you say, and then be like, actually, now that I have the option, I would rather not. So you coming with, bud?
Especially after you exposed the mystery of this case.
What do you mean by that?
I'll be perfectly clear. I'm just going to tag along. I'll leave the heavy lifting to you.
God, he's the worst
I don't
character.
care what you do, just don't get in our way.
At least the others were fun to be with.
Master.
He's just depressive
Let's
and
do the
quiet.
usual.
Like, you could at least be funny or something.
Yeah, okay.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
I am.
Is that sword for cutting through mysteries? This place must be pretty dangerous.
Yep. It's gonna be like this all day.
Here you go, Master. Here's your solution key.
Is that key something like a clue for the case? Wow. Looks like you're ready to go.
Could you be more of a doubter? Whatever. I'm gonna ignore you.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
let's go and unravel this mystery labyrinth. Let's hunt down this culprit who preys on the truth.
We have to walk?
Sure do.
This is unbearable.
You're gonna hate every minute of it.
Come
And you're gonna
on,
complain
you're putting me
all
out
the
here.
way.
I thought you were going to ignore him.
In we go. Still think my
Say,
camera's a little...
Vivia, do you remember anything about the case?
No.
You mean Dr. Huesca's murder? Or are you talking about when Chief Yako was attacked?
Huh? You remember? Everyone else that came here lost their memories.
That's pretty rare. Must be because of his whole spiritual thing.
It also means he's gonna remember everything out of here.
So the others lost their memories. That's why no one remembers this death god.
Yup.
How rude of them. It's thanks to yours truly that those cases got solved.
That reminds me, I used my coalescence with Fubuki before Vivia. But Vivia is the only one who came into the mystery
Oh, I'm
lab.
glad they called us out.
I guess coalescence got overwritten. Maybe it only takes the most recent ability.
Well, she also was in the
I know
same
that.
room with me,
You don't know?
so...
But coalescence is your power, Shinigami.
Relax, will ya? Minor detail.
You would have been better off with Fubuki. She would have been far more useful for this case.
Not
It doesn't
necessarily.
matter anyway. No one can use their forte here.
Oh. So now I really don't have to do anything. Thank goodness. What a relief.
You still gotta follow us.
Jeez, you ever think your lack of motivation could be contagious?
Hey, relax.
I still choose to think that the reason why Fubuki wasn't pulled in was because she wasn't anywhere near us when this happened. Oh, a decision already?
There's that mystery!
I don't know anything. Oh!
I told you to stop surprising me like that.
I thought this labyrinth would only require your wits. But it looks like it's going to take more than that, you.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of wits, so he doesn't have a choice.
The doors are locked.
Huh? Why didn't a problem appear?
Not only was there no problem, no choice appeared either. Master, maybe you don't even know which mystery to start with to solve this case.
Yeah, there's so many unknowns. I'm
are.
honestly feeling lost right now.
Come on! You gotta know where to start with this stuff, or you won't be able to solve a single thing. Let's decide that for now. What's the first mystery of this case?
The first mystery is...
I know one
the
mystery we
fact
can
that
solve.
Dr. Weska was murdered in a completely locked room with no way in or out. The doctor was located deep in the critical lab, behind layers of security. And yet, he was found stabbed to death. We were the first to discover the body. At the time, we were controlling the robot, Amapel. Because of that, we were thought to be the culprits. But we obviously aren't. So how did the culprit get in and out of the doctor's lab?
The out part I can answer. The
That's
in
what
part
I
I
don't know.
don't know how to answer that.
But the culprit is definitely the hitman, right?
I think so, but I'm not absolutely sure. Besides, even if the hitman did it, there's the question of who hired him. But there's no doubt the
Yeah, if
hitman
he is the
stabbed
hitman.
Chief Yako.
That doesn't imply that he can be
That's
hired.
the only thing I'm absolutely certain about.
I know I killed Chief Yako because Yako saw them.
Peacekeepers?
Kanai Ward's garbage. What are you doing here?
Yomi Hell Smile.
So the director of the Peacekeepers is here.
Yeah, but he's just part of the Mystery Labyrinth.
I figured. In other words, he's a monster created from the labyrinth, right?
Correct.
Right.
You pieces of shit. You're disturbing the peace of Kanai Ward!
Interesting.
This guy doesn't seem like an easy opponent.
But we have no choice.
Half angel,
For
half
Chief
devil.
Yako, for everyone.
You killed Dr. Weska,
Or Dana, I
didn't you?
guess.
Turn yourselves in so I can torture you to death!
Got like a sword whip.
You're the ones who killed Dr. Weska. You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab. And then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder.
I do have some for that. This.
Which makes you the culprit.
He had a lot of lines.
You're
Like
the
a
ones who killed
lot
Dr.
of
Wesley.
lines.
There couldn't be an intruder.
This is the truth.
There was. And we have proof.
When the body was first discovered, Amapal was about to enter the doctor's lab, but something bumped into it and knocked it over. In fact, there was a mark on Amapal's head, like someone kicked it. That mark wasn't there when we borrowed it. It's proof that someone else was in the lab.
You call that evidence?
Sure do.
Is bullshit the only thing that comes out of that mouth?
Sure don't.
Don't make me laugh. Shit. There was an intruder? That's impossible. And in fact, you proved that yourself.
Oh yeah, it's so short. I was like, man, I'm waiting for him
Don't make me
to
laugh.
give something a little bit better.
Shit. There was an intruder? That's impossible. And in fact, you proved that yourself.
That claim doesn't hold up.
What do you mean I didn't prove it, proved it myself?
What do you mean? We proved there wasn't an intruder.
You still don't understand? Don't make me laugh. If there was another intruder, then where did they go? By the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right?
Ooh, I was get to go
There's no
bullshit.
place to hide in the critical lab.
There is. There is a place to hide.
There's a hiding spot. It's inside the airlock's decontamination device. The vent cover can be easily removed, and there's just enough space for someone to fit inside. If they hid inside the decontamination device, we wouldn't have seen them when we arrived at the scene.
So what? You've got it all wrong anyway. Everything is wrong. Your existence is all wrong. Have fun chasing that fake truth you found.
That's gonna be tough.
We managed to defeat him this time, but it's not over yet.
He sure is persistent, huh?
There is.
Anyway, there's no doubt someone else was inside the doctor's lab. So let's unravel each mystery one at a time.
All right, we'll get it this time.
We gotta do it again? Was there an intruder?
Come on. Why does it have to be so sudden?
Yes, there absolutely
Okay,
was.
now that we've wedged our way into this mystery, we just gotta head through the labyrinth and reach the truth!
Right here!
We're just now getting to the point. What a pain.
Hey, don't sigh. This is a good thing.
Sorry.
Anyway, let's head inside.
Oh boy.
There was an intruder for sure. We know someone bumped into Amapal.
The culprit probably hit Amapal on their way out.
Yep.
After that, they must have intended to leave the lab, but they couldn't because we were in the front chamber.
Right?
So they hid inside the decontamination device to avoid us.
So, if you checked inside the decontamination device on the way to the scene, you would have caught the culprit then and there.
Correct.
Yeah, but it was an emergency and we had no idea they were in there.
It's super lame to make up excuses, Master.
It's not an excuse, but it is true. If I had thought about why Amapal was knocked over at that time, I would have realized the culprit was in there. We could have waited in ambush or searched for them. And if I'd caught the culprit then, Chief Yako wouldn't have gotten stabbed.
Then it would have been all three of us.
Wallowing in regret is even lamer. If you have time for that, you have time to keep going.
Right.
Next door. They timed this well to ensure that the dialogue is over before you get to the next door, which is a really nice refresher compared to some other games in which the dialogue seems to overlap each other, causing the player to stand still with dialogues being read to them.
Another
A
fork in the
three-choice
path.
door, huh? Oh God, I don't
Seems
know.
like we're finally at the central question. This is the first step to solving how the culprit committed an impossible murder.
I leave the rest to you. I'm going to read a book or something.
This is the one
You can
question
bring your own
I
stuff
don't
into the mystery
know.
labyrinth?
He's just special.
Apparently. How did the culprit enter the lab? Invited by the doctor is extremely antisocial, barring basically even talking to anyone, so it's definitely not that. If he had a good colleague of his, we would have heard about it from the other scientists. Never entered in the first place. It's a bit contradictive. Deactivate security by cutting the power, but it wasn't recorded. Again, that cuts back to the whole, how often does the system check that the devices are on? Is it constant or is it like every second? What is the scan rate of that system? Never entered in the first place doesn't make sense. He was already there. Had he been living there before the doctor sealed himself away in there? How would he have sent the letters out then? There's no indication that they could delay posting letters. Like putting a letter in the mail and say, don't deliver this till X date. But I don't believe that's something they could do. So cutting power is the only thing that would make sense. But even then, it was only for a second. Could they really get past everything in that short amount of time? Never entered in the first place. There's definitely someone in there. There's no denying that. So saying that they never entered in, it doesn't make sense either. The power, though, is on a separate grid compared to the rest of the lab. Why there's no logs on it. It wasn't invited.
Right here!
Never entered in the first place, huh?
Culprit never entered? But you said there's no doubt the culprit was in there.
Perhaps the intruder is not the culprit after all.
So you're saying that the doctor committed suicide? If the doctor committed suicide, then the culprit wasn't the intruder, but the doctor himself.
But if the doctor did it, there would be no intruder. The doctor was already in the lab.
Huh? A trap?
Uh-oh.
Guess you were wrong, Yuma. Well, I already knew that before you entered.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
You wanted me to tell you? I should have said so earlier.
This is the first time we got a
People
door
only
wrong.
grow by learning from past mistakes, which is why I purposely...
Ah!
Master, we have to get out of here!
How do we get out?
Use logic to show how this route is the wrong one!
All right, I'll try.
Why is the doctor committed suicide not correct? The stab wounds on the back. Could have stabbed himself like that.
That's right. The doctor was stabbed 3 times in the back. One stab would have indicated that he held the knife in place, then fell on it to kill himself. But he couldn't have made 3 wounds like that. There's no way it was a suicide. Well, I may have messed up, but at least we got a little closer to the truth.
Maybe, but if you hadn't messed up in the first place, you wouldn't have to come up with such a lame excuse.
I know. I'll do better next time.
To be fair, I didn't pick that door implying that the doctor killed himself, but I could see how that was interpreted. I thought it meant more along the lines of the intruder was there for much longer than we thought. And he didn't, like, enter recently, is what I was interpreting that as. Like, he was in there before the doctor decided to shut himself in that area, and managed to hid for so long. That's what I was kind of thinking of. But I guess that's the first door we've ever gotten wrong, so it's kind of interesting to see that if you get it wrong, there's no immediate, oh no, that's wrong, sort of thing. You gotta, like, try to come back around, I guess? Okay, yeah, so we are back. So we definitely got that wrong. What if I pick it again? No. This isn't right, though. The whole security room's on a separate power grid compared to everything else in the lab.
The culprit used the blackout to slip past security and into the lab.
But it was only a
That answer
second.
is pretty simple. Almost too simple.
Oh, we got it wrong again. Definitely got it wrong.
Huh? This route is wrong too? Again?
No need to worry, Yuma. I don't mind it at all if we can't find a way to move forward.
Sheesh. Even I'm losing motivation. You can take care of this on your own, can't you, Master?
But the doctor could have invited someone because his reaction doesn't line up, saying, "Who are you? How did you get in here?" when he saw the person.
Don't let him influence you!
But yeah, I already knew it wasn't the power out. Are they all wrong?
The doctor said the critical lab was on a separate grid, and the lab switchboard wasn't in the electrical room.
Correct.
The security
Which is why I didn't pick this door in the
even
first
if there was
place.
a blackout in the building.
No excuses, Master. Do it again.
You're tired, Yuma. Why don't you lie down for a bit?
Resting here wouldn't help me at all.
Watch the other door be wrong as well. At least I'm hoping so. Because it doesn't make sense. It won't make sense. I'll be very mad. Is there like a secret fourth option I'm not aware of? No.
Right here!
The doctor invited the culprit in? But why?
Things are so muddled now because we're assuming the culprit forced their way inside. If the culprit was invited to the lab, then he easily would have been able to enter.
But he wasn't. The log didn't
So you
show
think
the
doctor
security
disabled the
devices
security?
deactivated.
He wouldn't need it if he was expecting a guest.
It's definitely wrong.
Huh? What? This was the last route!
I knew it! I knew it!
Labyrinth is a tricky one.
I knew it! I knew all
It's
three were
like
wrong.
one of those old detective novels. perhaps you're the real culprit, Yuma.
Really, Master?
Of course not! Focus! We need to get out of here!
I knew it. The security log. They were all three of them were wrong.
The log on the doctor's computer didn't show any signs of security getting shut down. If that's the case, he certainly didn't cut security just to let someone in. What's going on? Were all three routes wrong?
Yep.
I wonder what it means.
Sneaky game. You sneaky! Making me think I'm an idiot when I wasn't an idiot. I knew the other routes were wrong. I just didn't. The game was like, no, the route you picked was wrong, so you gotta figure something else out. Oh, look, the secret fourth route I was looking for.
I get it! Since we proved that every possibility was wrong, a new one has appeared.
Interesting. The mystery labyrinth not only materializes the case, but also changes based on your investigation.
Right. Something felt off about those other routes. It's almost like we were forced to choose the wrong way.
But by eliminating each wrong answer one by one, you opened the path to the right answer.
And what does the store say?
Who cares? Let's just see what's in the final route.
Why are you breaking my neck again? Entered and killed via
Use
spectral projection?
to enter and kill him?
Then the culprit is... I can't believe the culprit entered the labyrinth with us. That's never happened before. How dare you trick me!
Wow.
There is no escape! Once the mystery labyrinth is solved, the culprit will be judged! Master, let's finish up this mystery labyrinth and boom kill this dude!
Hold on!
Huh? Another trap?
That's why I said to wait. There's no way Vivia's the culprit.
Then prove it and beat this thing! I won't be convinced until you do!
Ghost form traits. You cannot touch. Yeah. For a second there, I almost bought the whole thing.
Nothing can be touched while in ghost form. He couldn't have held the murder weapon, the knife. So it's not possible that he stabbed the doctor. Now do you trust Vivia?
How many questions are we gonna get?
I've said this 1,000 times, but a detective must suspect everything. Besides, it's his fault for being so sketchy. The way he looks, how he talks, everything is super
Could you imagine the
suspicious.
culprit entered this mystery labyrinth with us?
I do try to stay out.
Oh
so-
man, what a pitch on a left field that would have been.
Let's go back.
Alright, wrong answer 4 times in a row. How many more can we go?
He's not the culprit? Then we're back to square one.
Let's try going back to the fork in the path. Maybe something else changed.
See, trying to solve this mystery from the beginning to end isn't going to make it easier. We can solve the ending portion of it and try to work our way backwards. Still leaves questions unanswered though. I don't know. So many things in the air.
Nothing's changed.
There aren't any new doors. What? There's nowhere to go? What was the point of eliminating all the other paths?
Come on.
Don't start
What,
with that
Vivia?
again. How about you help us for a change? You better cooperate, unless you want to get chopped up by Master Solution Blade.
Hold on, Shinigami.
I don't want to get chopped up. I dislike pain. immensely. But you know, the journey up to now wasn't a waste. We did eliminate many possibilities.
But that
Possibilities
means
weren't
nothing
even
if
on
we
the
can't
table in the
reach
first
truth.
place.
Nothing. Why do you want the truth in the first place?
Huh?
Clear our names and
It's
save.
easy to say you want the
director.
truth. But are you sure you can handle it? No
You
matter
can't
how
handle the
cruel
truth.
that truth may be.
Can I handle it?
I'm still not sure if you're the kind of person who can. I bet you're not sure either. That's why you're still so hesitant. This mystery labyrinth also reflects your reluctance. Maybe that's why you can't reach the truth.
What are you talking about? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't hesitate to expose the truth.
So you still haven't realized it? Guess you're not quite there yet. Well, that's fine for now. But eventually, you'll be forced to make a choice. When that happens, you have to prove your conviction and expose the truth. Like you said.
Enough nonsense. Let's find some clues.
As an apology for the distraction, let me tell you something. This labyrinth appears to change shape by reflecting our investigation. So, instead of following the revealed path, isn't it possible to carve your own path?
Carve my own path? That's right, Shinigami! We can create new routes with our own deductions. Maybe we can do it here.
Sometimes, just a slight change in perspective is enough to completely change how you see things.
So if I change my perspective here, I might see something new. I see. I was so focused on how to overcome the security system. But that's not right. I need to change my perspective and think about who could have overcome it.
Don't box yourself in with your own assumptions.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
I hate when the anemic vampire tells us what to do. But if Master wants to, then fine. I'll lend you my power. Lay it all out, Master.
Oh, no! 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 It's spelling. No! Anything but that, please. I hate this so much. The way I have so many things on here to try to make this as
Dry
simple as
salt it like
possible.
an expect.
Who is capable of overcoming the security system? KIFU.
You're wrong.
I lose time when I have actually never done this, so.
That's right.
AM. Oh, Amaterasu? Oh god, you think I can spell that? Ooh. Ooh. The fact that letters are moving so slow now is not
Only
helping.
30 seconds left. Nice.
I'm a pal. I'm a pal.
That's right.
Heart laser beams is it's so weird. Oh, a staircase.
A new route appeared.
This is all thanks to me.
A new route. Let's go.
Perhaps I said too much.
I wish you'd express yourself a little better. How can we tell if you're happy or sad?
I've never been happy or sad. in my entire life.
I think a lot of people would significantly disagree with that.
I want to die someday.
This guy's hopeless!
Yeah.
Anyway, let's explore this new route.
Yeah, he is. A new route, a new place.
When you think about who could get past security, the only option we know of is Amapal.
True, and that's how we were able to get through security ourselves.
But it's just a toy robot, right?
Can't get through the
related to the
high
case?
voltage though.
I don't know yet, but since Amapal can get through security, it must be important.
Oh.
It's sealed off here, too.
Hey, there's an intercom. Maybe someone will respond if you use it.
No way. Huh? Doctor?
Huh? Wait. What the? Wait. Who are you? Help! Somebody come help me!
Isn't this the footage of when the doctor was attacked?
Hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
The mystery materialized. Must be related to what the doctor just said.
Who are you? Was directed at who?
So the question is, who did the doctor say, who are you, to? Well, I'll leave it to you.
I don't get how you can keep reading at a time like this.
The culprit, right? It's not I'm a pal. Who are you was directed at who?
I can certainly understand why you'd want to choose that. But wasn't security active at that point? I considered all the various possibilities, but I couldn't figure out a way to get past the security. If I'm right, then there is no basis to infer that someone had entered the doctor's lab at this point. Which means you can't say the doctor was directing those words to the culprit.
Yeah, that sounds right.
The one?
The trap didn't activate. Does that mean we found the right answer? Huh? So the right answer is no one? Why would the doctor say, "Who are you?" if no one was there?
The security was still active at the time, so no one could enter the doctor's lab, right? And that was before I borrowed Amapel. So the only explanation is that no one was there.
Is he schizophrenic or
Why would they say
something?
that if no one was there?
I think if we go there, we'll find the answer.
What? That route's obviously just a side road. Who cares what the old geezer was thinking anyway?
But it looks like this is the only way we can go. Besides, I am curious about what was going through his mind. It could be an important factor in solving the mystery behind this case.
Still, being forced to take a side route is too much trouble. Makes me wish I was dead.
It's by far the most interesting mystery.
So, Master, do you have an idea about what the geezer was thinking?
Not yet, but I think it has to do with why he said, "Who are you?" I think the doctor was putting on an act.
An act? Really?
The doctor put on an act for a reason, but I have no idea why. We have to figure that out by going down this doctor's motive route.
Did he try to fake his own death to get out of the city?
He's here too?
You rats keep scurrying around. Do you really think you'll discover Dr. Weska's motive this way? Good luck with that, morons! He had no motive at all!
Well, you said there's nothing here. Let's head back.
We can't do that! If he's trying to
Maybe you're
block
just
our
giving
path,
up.
then this route must be important.
Nah, fine.
I'm only here because you maggots piss me off. So, I'm gonna end you here and now! This was all part of the doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. There was no reason to put on a show.
King
The
Nabbit.
doctor misunderstood. You probably don't know this. Weska put his soul into his work.
Oh, King Nabbit.
The research was going well. The doctor was loyal to Amaterasu.
This is the truth.
Is not loyal.
No, the doctor was planning on betraying Amaterasu Corporation. He was trying to escape Kanai Ward. He said so in the messages he wrote.
You little...
But his body's still there.
Yomi's rebuttal. What was that? What was he trying to deny? Why was he covering up the doctor's motives?
It seems that this case involves the inner workings of Amaterasu.
Right. The doctor was going to betray Amaterasu. And whoever he was emailing knew that. So the doctor locked himself in the lab to protect himself from that person.
Perhaps the doctor's act had something to do with that.
What do you mean? More choices.
It's the security gate. Everything's locked up.
How did the doctor plan to escape
Which
Kanai Ward?
means this is a complex problem. We have to choose the right door and insert the correct solution key.
This is way more hassle than before.
As always.
Swapping places. Sulfuric acid. There are stab wounds in the back. One of them still the knife in it. With no other injuries, it appears to be the cause of death. On no pad, the doctor says diagram person being splashed with sulfuric acid. Doing this would cause clothes and skin to melt, rendering the victim unrecognizable. Yeah.
Oh, the door actually opened. I knew I could let Yuma handle it.
Are you sure you aren't a phantom?
So he was gonna fake his own death. But then the murderer got to him first?
So the doctor tried to swap places with someone else to escape from Amaterasu. The notes he left behind in the lab hinted at his plan.
You mean the diagram with the sulfuric acid being poured on someone?
Yeah, he was going to swap places with a corpse, then melt it with acid. He wanted to disfigure it beyond recognition. That's how he planned to fake his own death.
At the very least, did it buy him enough time to escape Kanai Ward? Or so he thought.
Hmm?
Wow! Melting a corpse with sulfuric acid? Yay! So cool and grotesque! So who was the substitute supposed to be?
Maybe the hitman. The doctor was under surveillance by Amaterasu, but he was still looking for a chance to escape. When he learned a hitman was after him, he figured his chance had arrived. The doctor was hoping to use the security system to kill the hitman and use the body as a decoy.
That's why he shut himself in
Now
there.
that I think about it, the doctor did seem to be waiting for the hitman to arrive.
The hitman hasn't arrived yet. When will he show up? Don't tell me this so-called first-rate hitman was captured by peacekeepers.
But the hitman never did show up. That's why the doctor had a sudden change of plans.
And that was the act he put on by asking, "Who are you?"
Perhaps that was a trap to lure you in, Yuma.
He was trying to lure Master?
That wouldn't work.
He
Nowhere near the
considered
same
taking
body height or
advantage of the
anything.
detectives, since the hitman never showed up. So if he called for help, he would charge into the lab, not knowing anything about the security system, and thereby acquire the corpse he needed as his decoy.
That seems overly complicated. Like those guys who overthink asking girls out?
Not necessarily. I could see it being the reason why.
Well, he couldn't have used another researcher. Someone would have noticed their absence. He needed visitors, people from outside to pull it off.
Yeah, except for the fact that we're nowhere near the same body height, mass, or anything. Even if our face is disfigured, anyone who's anyone could obviously tell it's not the doctor.
So if I didn't know about the security and had rushed into the lab,
You'd be a super sexy skeleton right now. Aw, so close!
Oh,
You want
Shinigami.
that?
But the doctor's plan failed, and he actually got boom killed by the hitman.
Yep.
I get what he was trying to do, but what about the impossible murder?
assuming the attack on the doctor was just an act when we saw him through the intercom, we at least know for sure the real attack hadn't happened yet.
In other words, the culprit entered the lab after that exchange. So the problem is, when did they actually enter?
Where are we?
What?
This place is a real mystery. Then again, I suppose that checks out.
We've become 2D!
Shinigami?
Yeah! Master, this looks like an important turning point!
What do you mean?
So, is that your final answer?
I haven't said anything yet!
The culprit entered the lab before. A pal.
Master, you need to narrow down the timing for when the culprit got inside. Now then, here's our fateful fork in the road. It's life or death! We're at the crossroads of mystery and solution. This earth-shattering choice may be your last. Now, Master, which one will you choose?
I guess we haven't ruled out the fact that the killer might have just went through the security system knowing darn well he's going to die just to take out his target. We saw a scientist in a cloak. It is totally possible that he entered in.
When I directed Amapel to go into the doctor's lab, he already had a knife stuck in him. Which means he was murdered before Amapel entered the doctor's lab.
Your answer? Is correct!
Okay.
Congratulations, Master! Would you like to double down?
What are you talking about? Anyway, let's keep going.
Little by little, we're narrowing down when the culprit entered.
Yeah, but we still don't know how yet. It had to be between when we spoke to the doctor over the intercom and when Amapel entered his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him.
So the most likely time would be when you went to borrow Amapel, Master. The culprit had to have entered the lab then.
But Fubuki waited at the front chamber while Desuhiko and I went to borrow Amapel.
That's true.
She said no one entered or left the lab.
Okay. Oh, we're back here again. Is Fubuki the culprit? No way.
We're back on the original path.
Maybe you're supposed to try opening that door now.
I'm sure that from here on out, it's not just about when, but also how the culprit got in. Yuma, there's no need to push yourself.
There's no way Fubuki would have done that, because
Things
she wouldn't
get
have killed.
too hard.
There's no way she would have
No,
killed
I can do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to solve it.
Chief. There's no way! No way! Was the culprit? Where was the culprit before the crime?
This is a map of the critical lab.
So we have to determine where the culprit was before the murder.
If I had to
We'll have to
guess,
solve them one at a time. Let's start with this mystery.
If we know where the culprit was before they got in, this route will be clear too. Do you know where?
a hallway, right?
Here,
The ventilation.
the culprit must have been here.
It opened!
After the exchange on the intercom, given there was always a detective at the front chamber, when we went to borrow Amapel, the culprit had to have already made their way inside. But the airlock is the only location that isn't affected by the security system. There, the culprit had to be inside that decontamination device before committing the crime.
But I thought he was just hiding in there to avoid being spotted after the crime.
Well, he had to sneak in
So
the
you
first
think
place,
the culprit
right?
was in there before the crime too?
Yeah, the culprit was waiting for their chance. But we had no idea when we sent Amapel into the airlock.
And from there, Yuma, you guided Amapel to the doctor's lab. So the culprit entered the doctor's lab before then? How would that be possible? Only Amapel could get past security, right?
Yeah, that's the next big question.
So on the path that he just
Maybe the
Sucked it
culprit
up.
used another Amapel unit.
no.
No, the researcher mentioned there was only one functioning Amapel.
Which means the Amapel Yuma controlled was the only one that could get past security.
So the culprit must have taken advantage of Master's Amapal to get into the doctor's lab.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the only way.
No.
But how did they use it? There's no solving the doctor's murder until we figure that out.
Well, I have an idea. Will you hear me out?
What is it?
How about giving up? I'm getting tired.
Okay.
Nope,
Okay.
motion denied. Another fork in the road? Such a complicated mystery, Labyrinth.
It's a very complicated mystery, the most complicated one we've had. How did the culprit use Amapal? I don't think he did.
Beyond each problem lies the truth. We're definitely getting closer to the heart of this mystery.
Neither.
Do you think neither is really the right answer?
Given the process of elimination, that must be it. Amapal's hands aren't designed to hold anything, so it couldn't use the knife to murder the doctor. Which means Amapal wasn't the murder weapon. And the culprit couldn't have used it as a shield. It can't neutralize the toxic gas, and the high voltage shock would destroy it.
So then, how did the culprit use Amapal?
Didn't.
I think we'll find out if we continue down this path.
That was the wrong answer! Come on, Master!
Oh, I don't think it was wrong.
Ow!
Huh? We're...
We've been here before. It looks like we've been brought back.
But the door we opened earlier is closed again. Why's that?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Or was the culprit before the crime?
Huh? Even the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
So you want to choose the same answer and keep going?
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again. We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out how did the culprit use Amapal. And I refuse to walk any more than I have to.
Hey, don't sit down!
What should I do?
Stand up! Stand up right now!
Stop it. Leave me alone.
If you want me to leave you alone, then help my useless master out!
Fine. Just one thing then. We're back at where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at how did the culprit use Amapal?
That shouldn't be a question we're even
With that
asking.
in mind, these two questions are connected.
I don't think so.
Connected? Both the culprit's location and how Amapal was used?
Help him out more! More!
More and more
The
and more.
culprit was hiding in the airlock, where you also left the robot, right? At that moment, only the culprit and Amapal were there. So maybe the culprit did something.
The culprit did something to Amapal?
Clues are always there, right under your nose. It's a detective's job to notice them. Did you notice anything strange back then? Any tiny detail? Try to remember.
Something strange. Hey, now that you mention it, back then...
Oh, hey, the screen lit up. So this is what Amapal sees. It's like the cockpit of a mecha.
Whoa, what was that?
Did it break already? I thought it
Oh,
was
yeah.
state of the art.
No, it's all right. It's stabilized. There was a moment when the camera stopped functioning while I was controlling Amapal. It returned to normal pretty quick, but maybe...
See? I told you it was right under your nose. You don't need any additional help from me, right?
But yeah, you're not
That was a
helpful.
clue to help solve this mystery?
Actually, everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries. You just haven't noticed them. Perhaps there is more you're overlooking. Was there anything else unusual?
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Anything else? It's not like Amapal's camera showed the culprit.
Wait, that's it!
Huh?
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange? The culprit must have gotten ahead of Amapal, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera? If the culprit went past Amapal to enter the doctor's lab, they would have been spotted for sure.
Now that you mention it,
But nobody showed up on camera. How did the culprit manage to pull that off? How can you move from the airlock to the doctor's lab without appearing even once on Amapal's camera?
hey, aren't you just adding another mystery?
No. All the pieces are here.
Huh?
Yuma, the mysteries you face now can be solved with a single answer.
A single answer?
Sheesh. I talk too much.
You're talking in tongues too much. Riddles.
Oh, one mystery after another! What do you do now? It's a Pandora's box of mysteries!
Let's stay calm and think about it. There's plenty of time.
Now there's not.
Or not. I'll keep reading while you wrap things up.
Remember what he said, Master. All it takes is one answer to solve these mysteries. Use those weak brain cells of yours and think!
Culprit's location. Amapal's usage. Its malfunction. Why didn't the culprit appear on camera? All this can be solved with just one answer?
I guess not behind.
I got it! The culprit rode on Amapal's head, using it as a method of transportation.
Well, they got gas then, for sure.
The door opened!
With every open door, it will be harder for you to turn back. Are you sure you want to keep going?
Absolutely. I will find the truth no matter what. This is for the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Hey, you said the culprit rode on top of Amapal. What did you mean by that?
Literally what I said. The culprit rode Amapal and used it to get through. After we left Amapal in the airlock, the culprit came out of the decontamination device. Then they jumped on Amapal's head. The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
That's insane.
Is it? I think it's fairly reasonable.
But why?
Amapal can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight. So, someone riding on it shouldn't affect its functionality.
The shoe print on Amapal's head wasn't caused by someone kicking it.
I never thought it was
left
caused
there
by
from
someone
the culprit
clicking
hopping
anyway.
on
I
and
thought it was
off.
someone on
After that,
it
the culprit
to
simply
avoid
rode
it
on
being on
as
camera
it
when the
moved
door
toward the doctor's
opens.
lab. By doing so, the culprit was able to evade the camera and remain hidden as they made their way through the lab.
But there's no
You're
explanation
right.
to how.
If it's true, then it does solve all of the previous mysteries. Imagining the culprit riding on a robot makes me laugh.
But Yuma, have you not realized it? You're still missing something.
Yeah.
One major mystery remains.
Two, actually. There's two major mysteries. The first being, how the hell did the culprit kill the doctor without the doctor making any kind of struggle or any kind of sound whatsoever before we came in? It doesn't help that my game glitched and we didn't get to see the door open, which isn't helpful at all. But I'm guessing the door opens like this. So, oh my gosh, so we're right here, right? And the door is opening this way, so covering more of our field of view is what I think the door was supposed to do. But our door just stayed shut the whole time when we were pressing that button because it glitched out, and then we just walked through doors. But the doctor didn't make any sound when he died. And then there's also the gas. That no face mask could protect you from. It's gonna leak right through your skin. So also, I guess Twitch is just could be a piece of garbage and not have a constant good stream for everyone. So I apologize for that. But too late now.
The greatest mystery of this case should appear soon. Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
This case's greatest mystery?
Because I would never reach a door.
This is the panel chamber.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah? Is this the greatest mystery you mentioned?
I'd have to get off before the gas.
Not exactly what I was envisioning.
Well, this is the mystery to be solved, so let's clear it out.
Beats me.
The culprit murdered the doctor before Amapel entered the room. Which means the culprit had to have gotten ahead of Amapel at some point. It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Yeah, when the doors were slowly opening, just like this. That's when the culprit took their chance.
That's
Right.
not how I was
The
envisioning
moment
that,
there was
but
enough
alright.
space for a person to slip through, the culprit hopped off and went inside.
Like this? We still haven't reached the goal. I thought we could get into the doc's lab now.
Is this a joke to you? Your deduction is full of holes. If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
Master, you know what to do.
Of course.
I'll take your garbage deduction and toss it in the trash. I am the saint of Kanai Ward, protecting it from filth like you! The culprit hopped up. Off Amapal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible, even for Fink the Slaughter Artist. Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit,
Nope.
Through this mystery.
Nope. No, 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 no. No.
Amapal is designed so that when its hand is stretched out, it won't execute any other inputs. That's why when it was pressing the button for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
you little maggots, don't get so full of yourselves. You're not getting out of here alive.
I get it. So Amapal couldn't move while the door was opening. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Since the door opens outward, it's possible to take advantage of the blind spot it creates.
Technically, my
That's how
door
the
didn't
culprit
move,
managed
so
to
it
stay
kind of broke
outside
the illusion a
camera's
little
view as
bit.
they entered the doctor's room.
So it's an elaborate murder that took advantage of Amapal's design, and even the direction the door opens. Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead. I guess you can call it an obsession. How scary. Just like this passageway. Where will it take us?
So we
Perhaps a
indirectly
suite
caused
with
the
culprit's
doctor's
obsession
murder.
on full display. A room of nightmares.
Knock it off with the weird soliloquies.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go.
was realizing he was
You really
monologuing, and I
don't.
said, "No, we're not."
Dad? What's with this thing?
Hey,
Really
you.
adamant.
When the culprit entered the doctor's room while the door was open,
Huh? Yeah?
at the time, the doctor was in the room, right? If the door opened and an intruder entered, how could the doctor not have noticed?
He's deaf.
So what if he did notice? It's not a big deal.
Yes, it is.
That's probably why I didn't make a
If he
sound
had
when he was
noticed an
stabbed.
intruder, the doctor would have turned to face him. Which means he wouldn't have been stabbed in the back.
That piece of trash is right. Your
Yep,
logic is flawed.
he's dead.
Hey, what
He's
are you
dead.
on the Phantom side now?
He's dead. We know he's dead.
Listen to my incredible words of wisdom. Your crappy deduction is worth less than shit! Everything you do is a fucking mistake!
I can't wait till this guy dies. Oh, how I can't wait.
Damn it! Your deduction is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistencies. By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind. That's all impossible!
Oh, what? That's it?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be from behind.
There we go. I just did it wrong or something. I don't know what happened.
No, the culprit did stab the doctor in the back. That's how the body was discovered.
That's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent. By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way! The culprit quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder.
The game lagged there a
It's
little bit.
noisy.
Okay, well, the doctor's deaf, so F you.
The culprit quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way you missed an intruder. Running is noisy. So Wesker would have heard and turned to face the culprit. And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back.
What is deaf? He's deaf! Bro, that is literally the solution key. What phrase do you want me to put it on? He's deaf, he's deaf, he's deaf.
Unless you think the doctor was asleep. Is there any trace of him being drugged? Even if he didn't look back from his desk, he would have heard someone coming.
This is the truth.
Oh, just 7 layers deeper than what I thought it was. Is all. I could have used he was deaf multiple times in his phrases, but the game didn't want it there. It wanted a one specific phrase.
Now you're spouting nonsense. Say whatever you want, it won't save you. There's a gaping hole in your logic. And there's no way you're gonna fill it at this rate. Because you, more than anyone else, you're the one refusing to see the truth right before your eyes.
Bye.
What? I refuse to see the truth? Vivia said the same thing, but...
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't it about time you noticed that something's off here?
What are you talking about?
Huh?
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
That's because the culprit is the hitman.
If that's the case, why haven't you reaped the hitman's soul? And that would end the Labyrinth.
Because we don't know who he is.
It's not that easy. The culprit will fight back, unless we solve all the mysteries first. Hang on. What are you getting at?
In my eyes, the reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit is because of Yuma's reluctance. It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to the culprit.
Huh?
Subconsciously, you're closing your eyes to the truth. That's why you haven't touched on the hole in your reasoning.
What hole?
Whatever, that's enough. Just ignore this guy and keep going.
Oh, hey!
Yuma. Yuma.
Shut up.
Jeez, go away!
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The huge hole in this investigation.
The gas? Are we talking about the gas?
What are you...
Just ignore him.
Let's review your deduction, shall we? The culprit took advantage of Amapau's locked position and entered the lab. And before the robot entered the room, that person stabbed the doctor from behind. However, they bumped into Amapau while escaping, causing it to fall over. That was obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection. After that, the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the airlock to hide from you.
That's correct. So what's the hole in my deduction?
It's before all of that. It remains the case's greatest mystery.
Which is?
How did the culprit get past security?
Oh, I don't care about that.
What?
He's a scientist. It's whatever. I'm talking. Why are we not curious about the gas? Well, the gas. He was riding on him, and he went in the gas chamber, and the gas chamber went off. Why are we not caring about that?
The culprit rode on top of Amapau as Master controlled it and was taken all the way to the doctor's lab.
But if someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
What do you mean?
This is the end for you! You have nowhere left to go!
Oh, come on! Why now?
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward! As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and now!
Perhaps this, too, is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth? Tell me, what will you do, Yuma? Are you going to stay willfully blind?
No, I'll fight. Whether it's subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth. I'll find the truth no matter what. This is for the Chief and everyone at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Good luck. You'll never find it. You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice. You'll rot away in here, looking for an answer that will never come. Keep playing with your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it!
I'll slash through this mystery.
Why are we focusing on the panels? We're on time every time we failed it.
Past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte. In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high-voltage shocks kept destroying Amapel.
I'm willing to bet there's someone out there that got through that first try by pure luck because it's such a simple puzzle, and this would have made 0 sense.
But we reversed time every time that happened.
Correct. So whenever it was struck by the current, you went back in time.
Yeah.
But while that was occurring, the culprit, a human, was riding on top of Amapel. That person was burnt to a crisp every time you failed.
Yep.
But...
Which means you killed the culprit over and over again.
How is this bad?
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence. But if you intend to seek the truth, then I must stand in your way.
What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
He's going to betray you, Master.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world you believe in.
What are you, a double spy
What
or
are you
something?
going to do? It's time to decide your past and your future.
Why, Vivia?
Look.
We ask you, how did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber?
I don't think he
It's
did.
impossible to avoid the gas.
That's why I think he
Culprit
didn't.
will surely die.
Yeah, in 30 minutes.
You should already know this, right?
Hang at
The
it.
gas is a special trait. The gas can see through even a gas mask. No ability can nullify its toxicity. Once it hits you, you're done for. You die before reaching Wesker. No one to get
This is the truth.
About time someone brought up death and gas, dude.
If you pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you'll have 30 minutes before it kills you. Which means you could survive for 30 minutes.
What? Don't tell me.
There are no gas masks here that can block this toxic gas, and no fortes that can nullify it. There's only one way you could get through it. You do nothing. You endure it in hopes of Amapel taking you to the next room.
I like how they're treating this like the biggest eye-opening thing in the world. It's not that shocking considering I've been raving about the effing gas room for the past 20 minutes. And theorizing they didn't use Amapel, they just did it by themselves.
Then the culprit didn't do anything to counteract it and just passed through the toxic gas?
Sure did.
It's the only explanation that makes sense. I can't believe it.
He really wanted that
What?
guy dead.
If the culprit really did just endure the toxic gas,
Then they...
the culprit is...
It appears you finally glimpsed the truth.
Why is this a big reveal? It's not that
How
shocking.
does it feel to have your world shatter before your eyes? Isn't this what you wanted?
Huh? What's he talking about?
Yomi's mystery phantom and Fifia are both right. Subconsciously, I didn't want to know the truth.
Huh?
Up until now, the Mystery Labyrinth was withholding the mysteries that led to the culprit. And that's because it's a reflection of my own reluctance.
Master, what's wrong? Do you know who the culprit is? It's the hitman, right?
The truth is worthless. Nothing has less value in this isolated, rainy city. No one wants the truth. Not even you! Now, rot away and die right here! No one will get in my way. Kanaiwood, Amaterasu, they both belong to me!
Oh, so many death matches, man.
If the culprit carried out the crime like you deduced,
Is it for my
then they should be
keys
dead from the
comment?
toxic gas. But no one at the scene has died from poisoning. If you can understand that much, then what are you still doing here?
You're right that no one in that lab died from that toxic gas. But that was part of the culprit's plan from the beginning. They planned to distort the facts of their death.
Yuma, are you sure you want to face the truth?
Are we saying it's
Your
Detective...
world
It's
will
the chief
fall
that did
apart.
it?
Your deduction is wrong. Don't disturb the peace. It's not even worth debating. Is this the best you can do to refute it? Just give up and die!
Oh, sorry. I thought there was the same phrase across two things. I only read the first without reading the second one.
This, I'll expose the truth.
The culprit misrepresented their death by using the hitman. The culprit realized their plan would be exposed if someone in the lab died from toxic gas. So they used the hitman to cover up their own death.
Used the hitman?
Meaning, the hitman wasn't hired to assassinate the doctor. They were hired to cover up the culprit's death by toxic gas.
Huh? The hitman's target was the culprit? Not the doctor? But the doctor was stabbed by the knife with the inscribed F. Doesn't that belong to the hitman?
All you would need is a similar knife. The story of Fink the Slaughter Artist using a knife inscribed with the letter F is well known.
Nah, we leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back? It's the one that Fink the Slaughter Artist uses, right? I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
So it was all a ruse? The real culprit made it look like the hitman did it?
Stop. Stop, 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 stop! You useless garbage! To hell with detectives and the truth! I won't let you have your way in my city! There is no real culprit! Dr. Weska was killed by the hitman!
Huh? What's going on? Who's the real culprit?
The real culprit. The real culprit is...
The time has finally come. Yuma, it's time for you to acknowledge what you've known all along. If the tiny crack spreads any further, the mirror will shatter, exposing the chaos of the real world. Knowing this, will you still expose the truth? Then, show me your conviction.
Let me just say one thing before we continue. Back to the whole gas room thing. Extremely surprising that the culprit on top of the robot didn't cough or do anything of this, have any kind of audible reaction to the gas. Now, it could be that the PAL doesn't have an audio interface and it's only video feed. Well, we have no way of confirming that or not, but still an interesting observation nevertheless.
The clues pointing to the identity of the hitman's target. I know. I've known all along.
Now, expose the truth.
The bloodstains photo found in the hallway near the lab. There was a person pictured with a woman. That was the hitman's target. The real culprit behind this case. The blood obscured the person's face, but I know who it is. It could only be one person. It could only be...
How do you know? That person in the photo is the hitman's target. And who is it?
It's...
No! Stop! Don't you dare say another word! No one wants the truth!
I don't understand, but good luck, Master. I'm always by your side, haunting you.
Not the random faces. What is the last one? The guy with a hood? Oh, come on. We all know. I pointed it out at the beginning when I saw the spiky hair. I just didn't notice it had any relevance.
Huh?
Chief. Yako.
Why?
Huh? Why? Why is Fuzzhead here?
Chief Yako was the only person attacked by the hitman in the lab. In other words, the chief was the hitman's target.
So there's two murders. The real hitman in the lab killed the chief, who was his target. And then I guess maybe the chief... Oh. So the chief hired the hitman to kill himself so the chief could kill the doctor. If I'm understanding correctly.
But Chief Yako tried to hide that photo by tossing it behind the houseplant. He hid it knowing it'd be an important clue. And that's because the person in the photo is Chief Yako himself. It was given to the hitman so he'd know his target, and the chief tried to conceal it. Which means the blood covering the face on the photo was likely done on purpose.
Hold on, Master! Are you serious? You're really saying Fuzzhead is the culprit? Really? I don't buy it. You think he actually put together this elaborate murder?
That does ask an interesting question. If the culprit were to have died before we got into the Mystery Labyrinth, what would happen? Would there even be a Mystery Labyrinth?
He's knocking on death's door just for this?
I don't want to believe it either, but there's no other way.
The phantom vanished. The truth has been mostly exposed, and the labyrinth cannot function much longer. Anything I do now might not matter, but I'll do it anyway. Because it's something I must do. While the chief takes his final breaths.
Vivia.
Yuma. If Chief Yako is the culprit, then what about that death threat? Why would the chief send it if he was the killer? Answer me, Yuma.
I had no idea what it said, by the way.
By sending that note, everyone would believe the doctor's life was in danger, which was necessary for this sequence of events to take place. All the master detectives headed to the secret lab because of that note. Chief Yako brought them here to take advantage of their abilities and murder the doctor.
Huh? Their abilities?
But the death threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers received it too.
I'm not sure why he did that.
What was the point of that? Why put them on high alert? What is the truth behind it all?
Again, I don't know what that said. I just pressed the button I saw.
The note was sent to the peacekeepers because they were also part of the plan. When the peacekeepers received the note, they dispatched a lot of their personnel to the scene. The master detectives were able to take advantage of the commotion to enter the facility. They did it by disguising themselves as peacekeepers.
It would be convenient to have a lot of peacekeepers around if you want to get into the lab disguised as one.
This is why the peacekeepers also received the death threat.
Hey, you still want to do this? It's not too late to give up.
I am well aware of the danger. I haven't gotten this much exercise in a long time. But this is something I must do. I can't leave the chief like this.
Vivia.
Let's continue, Yuma. So, everyone disguised themselves as peacekeepers and entered the lab. You were already at the lab, and that's where you met up with the chief, right?
Yes, but we decided to split up after the blackout occurred.
Wait! That blackout should have caused a commotion. If we leave now, the Peacekeepers will see us. I knew it. This place is crawling with them.
What do we do?
I'll draw their attention to buy some time. In the meantime, you two hurry to that doctor.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
No, that was you. I feel like.
No, that's not it!
I'm not supposed to press the button? Ah, I'm not! I see now.
No, that's not it!
Now that I understand how this mechanic works, it just came to an end.
The chief was with me in the security room at the time of the blackout. It's impossible for him to have caused it. So the only person it could be is the hitman. It must have been part of the job. He instructed the hitman to cause a blackout at a specific time.
But why?
It made us think the doctor was in danger, so we'd go check on him. We used Amapal and Fortes to get through the tight security system. Chief Yako had it all planned out from the start. He used us to break through the security so he could kill the doctor.
So, Master using Amapal and the Sheltered Skank's time rewinding ability at the panel chamber? That was all part of Fuzzhead's plan?
The only way to get past security was to use both Amapal and that Forte. The chief knew we'd figure that out.
I think it's more like he trusted us. He trusted that we would arrive at that conclusion.
I'm counting on you both. See you later.
Trust? How could this be a trust thing? He was clearly taking advantage of you all.
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
He gathered the master detectives using a fake death threat, then used their fortes to commit murder. What a scumbag! He used you all to get away with murder! Out of all the criminals I've ever met, he's the worst coward of them all! Master, grab that coward and...
Enough!
Why did it have to come to this? Chief Yako saved me. He took me in. I had lost everything, even my memories. Sure, he may have been a little pushy at times, but still, I really admired him. So, why? Why did you do it?
His wife.
Is this about the woman in the picture? Chief, please tell me, or
There's no point in asking. That's just a mystery phantom. It's not the real Fuzzhead. Master, watch out!
The phantoms are a reflection of the same people in the real world, right? Which means he should hold the same thoughts. The photo behind the houseplant. I don't know what the chief was hiding, but that photo must have been dropped by the hitman after he was done with it. The chief picked it up and used his own blood to obscure the face. He knew the truth would be exposed if that photo was found, so he hid it behind the potted plant. He left his blood on it, almost like he wrote a dying message. But in truth, it was actually a secret he wanted to keep hidden.
Master, I think you know this, but to exit the mystery labyrinth, you will have to eliminate the culprit.
He's dead anyways.
Eliminate the chief?
Are
He's dead
you
anyways for multiple reasons.
really going to do this?
The blood loss, the blood loss is gonna kill him. The gas will kill him first, though. So, he's a dead man. Either way, there's no way around it.
After all the mysteries are solved, the chief back in the real world will die. But you saw yourself, Yuma. The chief is already knocking on death's door. Will you still bury him in the name of truth?
The chief took me in when I had no memories, or anyone to turn to.
Yeah? Oh, I'm sorry, I have here the
trusted
manual.
him from the bottom of my heart. Now, I have to end his life?
You know, I liked it, surprisingly. The little bit of peace and quiet I found at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Vivia, you knew the truth behind this case from the very beginning.
I had a hunch. Because of my spectral projection, I knew the chief had been planning something for quite some time. But I pretended not to see. I admired him and the world he had made.
That's why you threatened me, and were so uncooperative in the investigation.
I knew you would reach the truth eventually, Yuma. But I tried my best to keep you away. Exposing the truth won't save anyone. Neither the chief nor you.
Master, you've already come this far. You've got to finish this. What'll happen to the other master detectives if you die here? Didn't you say you wanted to expose the truth and save everyone?
Vivia, you told me that the time would come when I'd have to prove my conviction. The conviction to accept the truth, no matter how cruel it may be. Now is that time, isn't it?
Yes, and yet you intend to continue. If you're prepared for it.
Hey! You better not get in Master's way again!
Yuma, do you remember when the chief's soul called out to us?
Huh?
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too. In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I always averted my eyes from the truth, for my own sake. But I could never say with confidence that I was proud of myself. In the end, I was just running away from everything. That's why I entrust this to you. Yuma.
And trust what?
You signed a pact with the Death God in your desire for the truth. I want to see your conviction. As long as you don't stray from exposing all truth, I believe you'll be able to face it, cruel as it may be. I want to see it through to the end. It's why I followed you here. In that sense, we're accomplices. If you must bring down the chief, then I will lend a hand. I won't avert my eyes any longer. I, too, want to live with my head held high. Because I, too, am a detective.
Vivia.
When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I understand, Chief Yako. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
Mystery unraveled.
Step right up, step right up! Peacekeepers, a CEO, a research doctor, a hitman, and master detectives! 2 dead bodies, but lots of shady characters! Truth bombs are about to be dropped! Time for the deduction denouement!
The victim in this case is one Dr. Weska. This incident features a sinister and meticulously detailed plot centered on the doctor.
The old geezer was holed up inside a lab at Amaterasu HQ. He was a total hermit in the critical lab with a totally overkill security system.
The culprit made thorough preparations beforehand to break through that system.
Boom killing a shut-in is hard work. The humane thing to do is to reintroduce him to society first.
Yeah, with that out of the way. Posing as a hitman, the culprit sent a death threat to the Peacekeepers, the Detective Agency, and the Research Lab. At the same time, they contracted a real hitman and had him infiltrate the research facility.
They spilled the beans about Gramps being in danger to lure both the Peacekeepers and the detectives to the lab.
You see, the Master Detective's presence at the scene was an indispensable part of the plan. It was how the culprit gained access to the research facility, after all. The hitman infiltrated the lab exactly as planned. And we arrived with Mikoto at the same time.
Stuff went down, blah blah blah, and Master got locked up by that Yomi guy.
I was rescued by Desuhiko and the culprit, who were disguised as peacekeepers. With the real peacekeepers rushing around, the culprit took advantage of the turmoil to sneak into the lab. But after catching up with them, the power suddenly went out, separating the culprit from the rest of the group.
The blackout itself was caused by the hitman, right? And getting separated was all part of the culprit's plan.
Right. They used the blackout as an opportunity to hide in the vents in the airlock chamber. Afterwards, we headed to the critical lab to check on the doctor's condition, just like the culprit directed us. Since that lab used a separate power supply, nothing strange had happened.
His whole "the doctor's in danger" spiel was an act, huh? He made a fool of you, Master. What a dick!
But then, someone attacked the doctor while we were trying to talk with him over the intercom. We had to get into the doctor's lab.
At that time, the old geezer was playing games with us. And he even tried to kill you and the others with a trap! That bastard wanted to use your dead bodies! He really got you there, Master!
I don't see why you're so happy about it. The doctor's sham made the case even more confusing. Even if we tried to get to the doctor, the critical lab was guarded by tight security. The only way through was by using an Amapal. The culprit rode on it by emerging from their hiding place in the airlock vent and jumping onto the robot's head.
All aboard the Amapal Express! First stop, a shower of toxic gas! Humans can't protect themselves against the gas, but since it's not instantly fatal, it wasn't a problem. Next up, the panel chamber and high-voltage shocks! One wrong move, and it was insta-death! But thanks to that shocking skink, we got all the continues we could want.
He still calls her Shank,
So
really?
we managed a perfect clear! The critical lab was finally breached!
The culprit had anticipated we would get through this way. They also knew they would die over and over as a result. The camera feed was affected when the culprit jumped on. I should have realized what was happening.
No use crying over spilt blood. On to the next thing! Where were we? Oh yeah! To open the door to the doctor's lab, Amapal had to reach out its arm and hit a switch. And when the door opened wide enough for a person to squeeze through, the killer snuck inside.
Amapal can't follow any new commands while its arm is extended, so the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
Then, the culprit boom killed the old geezer using the same knife as the hitman. Grips was pretty much deaf, so a backstab was easy peasy.
Then, the murderer tried to leave the room before Amapal entered. But they knocked the robot over on the way out.
They then went back into the airlock chamber vent to wait for you and the others to go by.
We entered the critical lab and found the doctor's body. The culprit used that time to get out of the vent and head for the hallway.
That was when they were found by the hitman. And stabbed.
They'd already been in contact with the toxic gas, so death was inevitable. However, dying by gas would expose them as the doctor's killer. So they hired the hitman to kill them, thereby concealing any involvement.
I guess that means the killer completely trusted in the Master Detective's capabilities. They knew those powers would get them close to the doctor. But why were they willing to die to hide the crime?
I can't say for certain. Was it his pride as a detective? Did he simply not want his friends to know? Whatever it may be, I'm prepared to face the truth. The culprit who murdered Dr. Weska, and even included his own death in the plot. Jacob Furio! It was you! I will expose the truth! But why? Chief Yako, why? Why didn't you ever talk to us about this? Why did it have to end this way? Why didn't you tell us? Is this really what you wanted? Can you even hear me?
It doesn't matter who it is. Exterminating the real culprit's soul and destroying the mystery labyrinth. That's why I'm here.
Isn't this the real person's soul? So shouldn't they be able to answer questions? I mean, we saw that with the schoolgirls. They gave us loads of information after the fact that we wouldn't have known. If you're saying this is all just a figment of your guys' imagination and whatnot, then we wouldn't have known those other mysteries to get real answers for. That's it, we're not gonna get anything out of him. He's not even gonna say a single effing word.
Bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Ruin to the vile mystery labyrinth. Start the shining rainbow glorious stellar spiral.
That was different.
Master's naivete must be rubbing off on me. I mean, not even I hated Fuzzhead. That's weird. This mystery labyrinth is falling apart slower than usual.
It's weird because you've literally hated just about everyone, Shinigami. I'm not gonna lie.
I wonder why.
We shouldn't let our guards down yet. Do you really think we're done here?
Huh?
Yeah, what about the
Do
actual
you have
killer?
all of the fragments of truth that you sought? If so, we could just leave, right?
No, we haven't uncovered everything yet. No, there are still some mysteries remaining.
Huh? What's remaining? I reaped the culprit's soul already. I know it's slow, but this place is starting to come down.
Maybe it's not directly related to this case. I don't want to leave any questions unanswered. For Chief Yako's sake. Please, help me, Shinigami.
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you, Master. No, I can't resist helping you when you rely on me. First, we need to reveal whatever mysteries are left. That should open up a new path. Lay it all out, Master.
No. No! Not smelling! Anything but smelling! Nice little sunset.
That's right.
Escape. Having this barrel roll slow was the worst upgrade I've ever done. It's an S. I need an S. Enemy? Oh.
Nice.
I need our E.
You can do it, Master. Great.
I don't know what I'm spelling.
That's from it.
Email? Email.
Go, go, go!
I'm gonna miss it because I can't get to the L fast enough. The slow barrel rotation was the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Try to solve it, lickety split.
Oh, I can make it go faster.
Nice. You can. That's right. Nice.
I didn't know I could do that. It's not in the controls in the bottom right, so... Why are you showing your butt to me? Have you always done that? Have I just noticed that now? No, there's no way, right?
Oh, it's a secret dungeon! The labyrinth must be breaking down so slowly because the identity of the culprit isn't the only mystery. But it's still definitely coming down, so you better hurry, Master!
Yeah.
Yuma, I'll follow you to the end until you reach the truth.
Thank you.
A hidden dungeon.
Do you regret this, Yuma?
I'd be lying if I said I didn't.
I've been thinking. Remember what the Chief's soul said? If you keep that in mind while knowing who the true culprit is, doesn't it seem like he wanted you to find the truth?
What do you mean?
Even though he was the culprit himself.
Why's that?
Maybe there's a hidden truth behind this case, and the Chief wanted us to find it.
There could be some anonymous person involved.
If Anonymous is part of this case, they must have a motive for killing Dr. Wesker as well. The doctor knew about the secret dealings and was planning to flee from Kanai Ward by himself, after all.
Hmm?
Could it be that Anonymous took advantage of Chief Yako by instigating him to commit murder?
Yes. It's unlikely the Chief just happened to kill Dr. Wesker right as he was planning to flee.
If that's true, Anonymous isn't just involved in the case. They could be the mastermind, the Grey Eminence.
Gray's my 13th favorite color!
Why are you telling me that now?
Who has favorite colors up to 13?
Is already solved. All these crimes were committed by Yako on his own. Now, get out of here.
What was that voice?
Someone's trying to stop us from solving this mystery. Now we know. The mastermind is somewhere within this labyrinth.
Are they holding his wife hostage or something?
Out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
What's with this guy? Creepy!
We can't let this stop us. There's one more truth still hidden here. We have to find it. We need to know why the Chief committed this crime.
Right. We'll figure this out.
Oh, I guess that explains why the Chief didn't say anything when he was dying. Like his soul, that is.
Get out. The case. Solved. Solved. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out of here. Away. Solved.
That claim doesn't hold up. No, it still isn't solved yet. I will discover who the mastermind is. I will solve every mystery. I will not turn away from the truth.
Jakob! Who's the culprit? Everything was planned by Yako alone. He hired Fink the slaughter artist. He prepared the murder weapon. We even killed the doctor! Yako did alone. So what about this Anonymous? Even if they did, you'll never find out who they are. There is nothing connecting Yako to Anonymous.
Dang it. Oh, I didn't think it was a death threats, but...
Yako's the culprit.
The map. Where did he get the map? I was just thinking, how does he know so much about this security system?
Slaughter artist. Nothing connecting Yako to enough.
I forgot the map was even behind the plant. I thought we found it in the storage room. I was like, this is not relevant.
Chief Yako tried to hide this floor plan along with that photo of himself. It was strange for him to have this in the first place.
Yeah.
This is the link between Anonymous and the Chief.
Kill you in the name of justice. Kill you.
Ahead of the peacekeepers, huh? We're still going. No. One more.
Kill! Anonymous doesn't exist! Yako wanted everything! Who cares about some map? It doesn't prove a damn thing! It has nothing to do with the doctor's murder! This... anyone can find it!
This is the truth.
No, no one can find it. There it is.
The floor plan the Chief had was from the lab's storage.
But that room was locked. No one could enter it. It was completely sealed off. Only the director of the Peacekeepers had access. So, the only person who could have gotten that floor plan was Peacekeeper Director Yomi.
The anonymous person who gave Chief Yako the floor plan and pushed him to commit murder was you, the director of the Peacekeepers, Yomi Hellsmile! You were the mastermind. You were pulling the strings from behind the scenes. You instigated the Chief to commit murder!
I never thought someone as empty as me could feel so much emotion.
Someone as empty as me.
This is the first time in my life I felt this angry.
How did you do it? What did you do to drive the Chief to murder?
Isn't it obvious?
Answer me!
I'm not telling you anything, idiot.
Huh?
So what if you figured it out? Who cares? It's too late now, you pathetic ingrates. Everyone died just as I planned. Now no one can stand in my way. No one can lay a hand on me. You should be grateful. I'm cleaning up this city.
What did you say?
Master, I hate to admit it, but Yomi's right. You can't do anything to him here.
It's true.
Why not?
You manipulated Fuzzhead from behind the scenes, but he wasn't the one who murdered the doctor. This mystery labyrinth is for the murder of Dr. Huesca. You can't punish Yomi.
Then what can we do? He has to pay for what he did!
We can't do anything! That's why I'm freaking out too!
So, exposing the truth would be pointless? Then why have we been seeking it all this time?
The truth is meaningless. I'm in charge in Kanai Ward. I have to laugh. Who could have guessed things would go so well? Yako Furio was a pain in the ass. The only reason I kept him alive is for this moment. He didn't even realize I was manipulating him into killing the doctor for me. How stupid can you be?
You'll pay for this!
Master, time's up. The mystery labyrinth is about to be destroyed.
If only we had found out what he was up to sooner, we might have been able to stop him. Still, I should be able to bring this memory back into the real world. I'll remember this confession. I'm not sure if it'll help, but I'll interrogate him once we return to the real world.
Oh boy.
It doesn't matter. I'll cover it all up. You're all nothing but scum beneath my feet. I'm untouchable. And now I'm gonna dispose of you like the trash you are.
Damn it!
Well, now, did he slash his sword to do anything?